Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2. I'm Nelvi Zuliani and my friend Fiona Ramadhani. We would like to present our material. The title is Experimental Research. For the first speaker is me. I will present the topic as the concept of the experimental research, the characteristic of the research, and next my friend will discuss about the types of the experimental research. First is concept of the experimental research. In experimental study, researchers look at the effects at least one of independent variable on one or more dependent variables. The independent variable in experimental research is also frequently referred to as the experimental or treatment variable. For the dependent variable, also known as the criterion, outcomes variables refers to the result of the outcomes of the study. Experimental research is only the type of research that can be test hypothesis to establish cause-effect relationship. It represents the strongest chain of reasoning about the link between the variables. In experimental research, the researcher manipulates at least one variable and control other relevant variable and observe the effect of one or more dependent variables. The researcher determines who get what, that is, the researcher has control over the selection and assignment of group the treatment. The manipulation of an independent variable is the primary characteristic that differentiates experimental research with other types of research. The independent variable, also called the treatment or causal or experimental variables, is the treatment or the characteristic believed to make difference. In educational research, independent variables that are frequently manipulated include the method of the instruction, types of the reinforcement, arrangement of learning environment, types of learning material, and the length of treatment. And for the dependent variable, also called criterion, effect, and post-test variable, is the outcome of the study. The change or difference in this group that occur as a result of the independent variable. It gets its name because it's depend on the independent variable. The dependent variable may be measured by test or some quantitative measurement. Next is the purpose of the experimental research. The purpose is establish the existence of the cause and effect relationship between two variables. And to accomplish this goal, an experiment manipulates one variable while a second variable is measured and other variables are controlled. Next is characteristic of experimental research. There are four characteristics of the experimental research. First is random assignment. Second, control over external variables. Next is manipulation of the treatment condition. And last is the threat of the validity. First is random assignment. An important aspect of the experiment is random assignment of subject to groups. Although there are certain kinds of experiments in which random assignment is not possible, researchers try to use randomization whenever feasible. It is the crucial ingredients in the best kind of the experimental research. Random assignment means that every individual who is participating in experimental has an equal chance of being assigned to any experimental or control condition being compared. For the random selection, on the other hand, means that every member of the population has an equal chance of being selected in the big member uh, to be a member of the sample. Under the random assignment, each member of the sample is given a number or arbitrarily, and table random numbers is then used to select the members of the experimental and the control groups. Here, we should consider three things in the random assignment. First, it takes place before the experimental begin. Second, it is a process of assigning or distributing individuals to groups, not a result of the distribution. This means that you cannot look at the two groups have already be informed and be able to sell just by looking or whether or not they are formed randomly. The last is the use of the random assignment allow the researcher to form groups that right at the beginning of the study. Here, the equivalent that is they differ only by change in any variable of interest. In other words, random assignment is indeed intended to eliminate the threat of the externals or additional variables, not only those which researchers are aware, but also those of uh, in the outcome of the study. Next is the manipulation. Manipulation of an independent variable often a difficult concept to grasp. It means the researchers select the treatment of decided which group will get the treatment. In the manipulation or of an independent variable is deliberate operation performed by experimenter. In educational research or other behavior science, the manipulation of an independent variable involves the setting up the different treatment condition or the treatment is for the experimental manipulation of the independent variable. The different treatment condition administered to the subject in the experiment are the levels of the independent variables. Next is control or the comparison group. The control or the comparison group is crucial important in all experimental research. For it, it enables the researcher to determine whether the treatment had effect or whether or the treatment is more effective than another. A pure control group is one that receive no treatment at all. This is often the case of medical or psychology research. It's rarely true in educational research. For the control group, almost always receive a different treatment with other group. For the some educational research, it's reversed to the comparison group rather than group control. Control refers to the efforts of remove the influence of any variables other and that then the independent variable that may affect performance on the dependent variable. In other words, in experimental design, the group should differ only the independent variable. Next is the threats of experimental validity. This topic will discuss by my friend Fiona Ramadhani. For Fiona, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Nelsie. Next, I will discuss about the next characteristic of the experimental research is about the threat to experimental validity. There are two types is in the threat to experimental validity. The first is threat to internal validity, and the second one is threat to external validity. First, in the threat to internal validity, it focuses on the threat or the trivial explanation that influence outcome of an experimental study. It's in the threat to internal validity. It consists of the some points. The first is the history. History is about the specific events or conditions other than the experimental treatment may occur between the beginning of the treatment and the posters measurement and may produce change in the dependent variable. And the second one is the maturation. It refers to physical, intellectual, and emotional change that naturally occur within individual over a period of time. And the second one is testing instrumentation. In testing, it's also called the pretest sensitization, and it refers to the threat of the improved performance of a process that result from a pretest. And the next is test with all regression. It means it usually occur in studies where participants are selected on the basis of their extremely high or the extremely low score. And then differential selection of the participants it means the selection of the subject who have the difference before the start of a study that may at least partially account for difference found in a process. And next, mortality. And in mortality, it means attrition refers to a reduction in the number of research participants. This reduction occurs over time as individuals drop out of the study. And then the selection maturation interaction. It means the most common of these interaction effects is selection maturation interaction, which occurs if participants selected into the treatment group mature at different rates during the study. And next, the threat to external validity is focus on the of the threat or rival explanation that disallow the result of a study to be generalized to other setting also. And the threat to external validity is consists of the last point. The first is pre-test statement, and it occur when the participant respond or they react differently to a treatment because they have been pre-tested. And then next one is selection treatment interaction. It occurs when the study findings apply only to the non-representative group involved and are not representative of the treatment effect in the attended population. And next, multiple treatment interference. It occurs when the carryover effect from an earlier treatment make it difficult to access the effectiveness of a later treatment. And the next specificity of variable is it means the specificity of the variable is attributed to the generalizability of the research result regardless of the particular experimental design. And next, treatment division it occurs when the different treatment groups communicate with the and learn from each other. And then experimental effect. It means the research present potential threats to the external validity of their own studies. And the last one is reactive arrangement. It means we can cope with the participant effect, and it's about the state to validity that are associated with the way in which a study is conducted and their feeling and attitude of the participant involved. Next, please. Okay, here we can see that there are three types of the experimental research. The first is the pre-experimental research design, and the second one is the true experimental research design, and the last one is the quasi-experimental research design. The first is pre-experimental research design. It means that we can call the as pre-experimental because there is still external variable that influence the formation of the dependent variable, and also this pre-experimental design, the sample is not selected randomly. And next, for the true experimental research design, it means the researcher can control all the external variables that influence experiment, and also the sample is using the experiment, and as a control group, it takes randomly from the population, and also the control group and the sample is selected randomly. And the last one is the quasi experimental design. It means developing from the true experimental design. Next, we can see there are some types of each types of the characteristics of types of the experimental research. The experimental research. The first, in the pre-experimental design, it's divided into the three types. The first one is one shoot case study research design. It means in this type of the experimental study, it's only one dependent group of variable is considered, and the study is carried out after some treatment which was present to cause change, making it post-test study. And then one group pretest post-test research design. It means in this research design combines both post-test and pretest study by carrying carry by they using the method test on a single group before the treatment is administered, and after that the treatment is administered. And then static group comparison. In a static group comparison study, two or more groups are placed under observation, and then only one of the group is the subject to some treatment, while the other groups are held the study. And next, through experimental design, it also consists divided into the three types. The first is the process only control group design. The subjects are randomly selected and assigned to the two groups, they are control and experimental group. And then the pretest process control group design. The subjects are randomly assigned to the two groups. Both are presented, and but only the experimental group is treated. And then Solomon for group design is the combination of the pretest only and the pretest post-test control group. And the last one is quasi for experimental design. It's also divided into the three types. The first is the non-equivalent control group design. And from this design is very much like the pretest post-test control group design discussed previously. And in a non-equivalent control group design, it it consists of two or more treatment groups, and are pretest administer a treatment, and then the post-test. And the second one is the time series design. In this design is elaboration of the one group pre-test and also the post-test design. And the third one is the counterbalance design. Yeah, it means all the group receive all the treatment, but in the different order, and a group are processed after each treatment, and a counterbalance design should be used only when the treatment are such that the explore one will not affect the effectiveness of the another. And that's all from me, and back to moderator.
Okay, that's all from group 2. We are sorry for our mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.